Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529, Central Virginia's high school academic quiz show. Today's match features Kecoughtan High School versus Prince George High School.
Hello and good morning. I'm Cheryl Miller. Thanks so much for joining us for Battle of the Brains. We are celebrating our 20th season of producing Central Virginia's only high school academic quiz show. Our competition welcomes teams from schools all across the Commonwealth of Virginia. The academic athletes joining us today after advancing to round 2 are the Warriors of Kecoughtan High School, coached by Ron Liebram and Will Bain. Kecoughtan High School is a public high school located in Hampton, serving about 1,600 students. It's one of 4 high schools in the Hampton City Public School District. Also with us today, the Royals of Prince George High School, coached by Michael Knight. Prince George High School is the only public high school in Prince George County. The school's mission is to lead, innovate, and inspire. Welcome back to these students who are joining us for round 2 here. And our round 2 match today will consist of 3 toss-up rounds and a category round. Players wishing to answer, buzz in, wait for me to call on them, and then they give their answer. Any interruption of questions with an incorrect answer will result in a point deduction, but there is no deduction for an incorrect answer to a completed question. Teams, good luck. Let's start the first toss-up round. Megan Rapinoe and Alex Morgan are standout players in which professional sport? Isan.
Soccer.
Correct. What was the last name of Chevy Chase's character Clark in the National Lampoon? Bella.
Griswold.
Correct, the vacation movies. In the world of fable, who was the poor woodcutter who found magic in the phrase "open sesame"? Allison.
Ichabod.
That is incorrect. Prince George? It was Ali Baba. Although he developed a way of solving cubic equations by means of conic sections, this man's modern fame stems from Edward Fitzgerald's translation of some of his Sufi poetry. Name this Persian, many of whose quatrains are collected in the Rubaiyat. Chandler.
Omar Khayyam.
Correct. Which of the blood types is described as the universal donor? Sam.
O negative.
Correct. Other than South Dakota, name either one of the 2 other states that border North Dakota. Chandler.
Montana.
And Minnesota. Correct. Born into slavery in 1862, she became a journalist campaigning against lynchings. Sam.
Ivan Barriot.
That is incorrect. I'll finish for Kecoughtan. Well, Chandler.
Ida B. Wells.
That is correct. 15 liters is just under how many gallons? Sam.
3.
That is incorrect. Kecoughtan. Hannah?
4.
4 is correct. Approximately 3.78 liters in a gallon. Which SI unit used to measure reactance and impedance equals 1 volt per ampere and is primarily used to measure resistance?
An ohm.
That is correct. Its elements are numbered from 1 to 282 and deal with crimes of the 18th century BC, such as a slave striking his master. Name this legal code of Babylonian emperors. Isaiah.
Hammurabi's code.
Correct. It describes functions such as the cosine of x and x squared, for which f of negative x equals f of x. What is this 4-letter word? Isaiah.
Even.
Even is correct. In what famous American novel would you find the following closing line? So we beat on, boats against the current. Bella.
The Great Gatsby.
Correct. Borne back ceaselessly into the past. It was used in thermometers, but is now being phased out. Sam.
Mercury.
Correct. Metal with atomic number 80. The retina in the human eye has 2 types of cells. One type is the rods. Hannah.
Cones.
Is the other. That's correct. What name is shared by the central character in Hemingway's novella, The Old Man and the Sea, and a South American capital city? Allison.
Santiago.
Santiago is correct. The city in Chile and the main character, Santiago, the fisherman. It runs from each side of a lower spine through deep into the rear and back of the thigh and all the way down to the feet. Identify this largest nerve in the human body. Hannah. We're going to throw out the question. We're having some technical difficulties here. We apologize for that. PET scans make use of isotope 11 of this element, while isotope 14 is used to determine the age of organic materials. Hannah?
Carbon.
Correct. This man's most famous invention was so easy to construct that he made nothing off its patent. He made a fortune, though, by providing 10,000 muskets to the federal government that were made with interchangeable parts. Name this inventor of the cotton gin. Ella?
Eli Whitney.
Correct. And that buzzer is the end of our first toss-up round. A lot more questions to come. Up next, we'll introduce you to today's players, and then they'll take on the category round when we come back here on Battle of the Brains.
Battle of the Brains is always available. Find full episodes on YouTube and follow on Battle of the Brains on social. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
Here are the scores following the first toss-up round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from Kecoughtan High School with 80 points. Our team from Prince George High School with 70 points. And we'll get back to our questions and our match just ahead. But first, let's meet today's players. First, our team from Kecoughtan High School. Their coaches are Ron Lieberum and Will Bain. First up on our team is Allison Cox. Allison is a junior who's involved in various honor societies at Kecoughtan. She's a musician who plays alto saxophone and the oboe in the school's band and plans to major in college in music or applied mathematics. Next up is Chandler Lilly, a junior who's a member of the marching band, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and Youth in Government. Our team captain from Kecoughtan is Hannah Bunting, who is a senior, is also part of the Governor's School for Science and Technology, a member of the varsity field hockey team and swimming team, and hopes to major in neuroscience and psychology. And wrapping up our team from Kecoughtan is Jenna Sadowski, who is a senior. She is a baritone in the symphonic band and marching band and is in several academic club and honor societies and is part of the Governor's School for Science and Technology. That is our team from Kecoughtan High School. Welcome to round two. Now let's meet our team from Prince George High School. They are coached by Michael Knight. First up is Bella Schmidt, who is a junior. She's passionate about playing guitar and enjoys reading the classics. Next up is our captain, Sam Gensler, who is a junior. He's interested in digital design, is a National Honor Society member, and hopes one day to become a pastor and continue his studies at Liberty University. Next up is Isan Hazaime, who is a junior, is hoping one day to be a computer scientist and likes to build computers in his free time. And wrapping up our team is Isaiah Langford, who is a sophomore, is interested in chess and likes to read fantasy fiction. And that's our team from Prince George High School. Welcome to round two. Now it's time for our category round where each team will select one 10-question category from today's choices. If a team gets all of its questions correct in the allotted time, they'll get a 20-point bonus. Teams, take a look here at today's categories from which you may choose. They are Presidential Lasts, Begins with Y, and Look to the Stars. And we do note that in this round, only the captains can officially answer for the team. There's no deferring, and they may confer with their teammates to try to come up with the correct answer. By the rules, the high score team gets first choice of category. That is our team from Kecoughtan. So Hannah, quickly talk it over with your teammates and let me know what category you'd like to play.
Begins with Y.
All right, identify these people, places, or things whose names start with the letter Y. The first is Mexico's easternmost peninsula.
Yucatan.
Correct. Connecticut's Ivy League University.
Yale.
Correct. First pilot to break the sound barrier.
Yolov.
That would be Chuck Yeager. Irish poet of The Second Coming.
Yeats.
Correct. Royal House of England's Edward IV.
Yancey.
That's the House of York. Another name for the abominable snowman.
Yeti.
Correct. Genus of Joshua tree, or genus of a Joshua tree.
Yestus.
Yucca. Arabian Peninsula's southernmost country.
Yemen.
Correct. Major League Baseball team for which Babe Ruth played.
Yankees.
Correct. And finally, 1945 conference in the Crimea.
Ukraine? Or no, okay, never mind.
That would be the Yalta Conference. That category kind of all over the place, a potpourri. All right, Prince George, presidential lasts or look to the stars. Sam?
Yeah. Look to the stars, please.
All right, from the clues, give the word or phrase incorporating the word star or STAR in that order in the answer. Condiment usually associated with ketchup.
Mustard.
Correct. Any bird of the genus Sturnus.
Stark.
That would be a starling. Opposed by fate like Romeo and Juliet.
Star-crossed lovers.
Star-crossed is correct. Fourth highest U.S. Armed Forces award for bravery, heroism, or meritorious service.
Pass.
That would be the Bronze Star. One chosen for a team of outstanding players.
All-star.
Correct. The right side of a boat.
Starbird.
Correct.
Starboard.
Starboard. Symbol of Judaism.
Star. David Star.
Correct. Star of David. A young motion picture actress.
What? Leslie Star.
That would be a starlet, the general term. Iron Man.
Tony Stark.
Correct. And finally, one way to fire up a motorcycle.
Kickstart.
Kickstart is correct. Good job on that category by both of our teams. And up next, we've got another toss-up round when we continue here on Battle of the Brains. Stay right here.
Miss a week of Battle of the Brains? Or want to catch up on a full season of gameplay? Find full matches on our YouTube channel. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
Here are the scores following the category round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from Kecoughtan High School with 110 points. Our team from Prince George High School with 105 points. And now it's back to more questions here on Battle of the Brains and another toss-up round. Just a quick reminder to our teams, you will lose points if you interrupt a question but have an incorrect answer. The other team will then have a chance to answer the question. There's no conferring in the toss-up round. All right, here we go. This 2003 best-selling novel was condemned by the Roman Catholic Church as it suggests that the Holy Grail is actual proof that Mary Magdalene bore Jesus' son. Name this thriller. Isaiah.
The Da Vinci Code.
Correct, by Dan Brown. This man's neighbors in Palmyra, New York, remember him using a divining rod to search for treasure, acting on a revelation from the angel Moroni. Chandler.
Joseph Smith.
That is correct, the founder of the Latter-day Saints. You may need your pencil and paper for this one. What is the smallest positive number which is divisible by both 12 and 15? Hannah.
60.
60 is correct. All right, teams, watch the screen and listen carefully. Here is a Virginia-based video question from a member of the Battle of the Brains Brainy Bunch, and you must wait until a question is completed before buzzing in.
Students from Moton High School in Prince Edward County comprise the majority of plaintiffs in this landmark civil rights Supreme Court case.
Hannah?
Brown versus Board of Education.
That is correct. He had a cutlass named Johnny Corkscrew. Smee was the sidekick of what literary pirate captain? Hannah?
Captain Hook.
That is correct. A cutlass, of course, being a short, broad saber. While leading the Army of the Ohio, victories in West Virginia earned this man the nickname Young Napoleon. Later, he would twice be appointed to and twice removed from command of the Army of the Potomac. Name this Union general who failed in his 1864 presidential bid. Sam.
Grant.
That is incorrect. Kecoughtan? Chandler?
McClellan.
George McClellan is correct. The Ostwald process produces this acid, a powerful oxidizing agent. All of the salts of its conjugate base are soluble. Name the strong acid with chemical formula HNO3. Hannah.
Nitric acid.
Correct. What man organized the province of Maryland in 1634 as a refuge for English Roman Catholics? Isaiah.
Baltimore.
Lord Baltimore is correct. In 1834, one project this German had was finding an antidote for arsenic poisoning. Name the scientist who did invent spectroscopy with Gustav Kirchhoff, but did not invent the burner that's named for him. Chandler.
Bunsen.
Robert Bunsen is correct. Naval Base Guantanamo Bay is located on the southeastern end of which country? Chandler.
Cuba.
Correct. Spell Guantanamo. Isaiah.
Guantanamo.
That is correct. In the 1934 motion picture Bright Eyes, she sang the song On the Good Ship Lollipop, which established her as a Hollywood star. Named this, at the time, 6-year-old actress. Hannah.
Shirley Temple.
That is correct. She was Hollywood's #1 box office draw from 1934 to 1938. The sinking of the battleship USS Marine was a precursor of a war between the United States and what country? I'm sorry, USS Maine was a precursor of a war between the United States and what country? Isaiah.
Spain.
That is correct. During the Persian Wars, the Greek city of Argos was granted a peace agreement by King Xerxes because the Persians claimed to be descendants of which ancient king of Argos and slayer of Medusa? Isaiah.
Perseus.
Correct. Growing rapidly in the 1850s, this political party believed that Catholicism and immigration menaced America. Hannah.
The Know-Nothings.
That is correct, the Know Nothing Party. And that buzzer means one more toss-up round, and we'll have today's doubling of the point values. Stay tuned to see which team will move on to the third round here on Battle of the Brains.
Love Battle of the Brains and ready for your high school team to play next season? Get in touch. Visit battleofthebrains.net to learn more. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
Here are the scores as we head now into the final round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from Kecoughtan High School with 210 points. Our team from Prince George High School with 155 points. And for this final toss-up round, the point score for a correct answer is now doubled, but so is the penalty for an incorrect answer given before I finished reading the question. There is no deduction for an incorrect answer to a completed question. Good luck, teams. This is our final toss-up round. In a Derek Walcott poem, she is a pregnant waitress in a yellow dress. In Christopher Marlowe's Dr. Faustus, she is conjured in Act 5. Name this woman also from the Iliad, whose face launched 1,000 ships in inspiring the Trojan War. Allison.
Helen of Troy.
Correct. If two lines are cut by a transversal, these interior angles have different vertices, are on opposite sides of the transversal, and are congruent to each other if the lines are parallel. Name these types of angles.
Alternate
Isaiah.
interior.
That is correct, alternate interior. In the comics and movies, which one of Spider-Man's enemies is actually an alien symbiote? Isaiah.
Venom.
That's correct. All right, teams, watch the screen. Listen carefully. Here is another Virginia-based video question from a member of the Battle of the Brains Brainy Bunch, and you must wait until the question is completed before buzzing in.
2021 marked the 100th anniversary of the establishment of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. In which cemetery is this tomb located? Land that was once owned by the Custis and Lee families.
Chandler.
Arlington National.
That is correct, in Northern Virginia. According to the Social Security Administration, the top male and female baby names for 2021 were Liam and Olivia. According to its website, what was either the top male or female names of 1880? Hannah.
Mary.
That is correct. John was the other. What is the correct speed in RPMs, or rotations per minute, of a turntable when playing a long play vinyl record? Bella.
45.
That is incorrect. Kecoughtan? Hannah?
50.
It's 33 1/3. That's an LP speed. Sergio Leone's A Fistful of Dollars, For a Few Dollars More, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly are examples of what subgenre of movies? Chandler?
Western.
I need you to be more specific.
Spaghetti Western.
That is correct, or Italian Western. In the 3rd century BC, Eratosthenes devised a method for finding prime numbers by taking out the number 1 and every second number after 2, every third number after 3, etc., until one reaches 100, leaving only primes. Name this theoretical device. Chandler.
A sieve.
That is correct. If this restaurant is closed, it's really bad, coined by a FEMA administrator. Isan.
Waffle House.
That is correct. That's the indicator of how severe a community's damage is following a natural disaster. It's called the Waffle House Index. Zymology is the scientific study of this industrial process that is used to make yogurt. Name this process by which microorganisms such as yeast convert sugar to... Allison.
Fermentation.
Correct. Convert them to lactic acid and or alcohol. The Harlem and Hudson rivers separate this island from mainland United States. The middle of this island contains Central Park and the Empire State Building. Chandler.
Manhattan Island.
Correct. You may need your pencil and paper. Give the sum of the following: the total number of symbols in a Japanese haiku and the total number of lines in a sonnet. Hannah.
31.
That is correct. A haiku has 17 lines, a sonnet has 14. This engagement began when troops under Henry Heth clashed with Union cavalry on July 1st of 1863, named the Civil War battle that took place 77 years after. Chandler.
Gettysburg.
The Battle of Gettysburg, yes. According to Genesis, when Abraham's wife Sarah was unable to bear children, Sarah gave Abraham her handmaiden. Sam.
Haggai, or Hagar.
Hagar is correct. The characters Quasimodo and Cosette were featured in two of the... Bella.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
That is incorrect. I'll finish for Kecoughtan. The characters Quasimodo and Cosette were featured in two of the literary works by what author of Les Miserables? Hannah.
Victor Hugo.
That's correct. Quasimodo, of course, the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Portrayed in a 1967 film by Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway, give either of the last names of the outlaw couple Bonnie and Clyde who were shot to death in Sales, Louisiana in 1934. Sam.
Thompson.
That is incorrect. Kecoughtan? Hannah?
Williams.
It was Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow. And that buzzer is the end of our game. While our judges double check the final score, here's how to stay connected with us here at Battle of the Brains.
Stay up to date on Battle of the Brains. Follow along as your favorite teams advance this season. Visit battleofthebrains.net to learn more and follow the show on social at Battle of the Brains. Today we wrap second round competition. Join us next week as we begin third round matches with St. Christopher's School versus Trinity Episcopal School.
And here's the final score for today's match, determining which of our teams today will continue on to round 3 of this season's competition. Here are the final scores. Our team from Prince George High School in the match now with 215 points. A great job today by Isaiah, Isan, Sam, and Bella. Congratulations to making it through round 2 and good luck in the future. Our winners today, final score 410 points. Our team from Kecoughtan High School in Hampton. Great job today by Allison, Chandler, Hannah, and Jenna. And we will see you all soon in round 3 here on Battle of the Brains. I'm Cheryl Miller. Thank you so much for watching and playing along here on Battle of the Brains, and we'll see you back here next week. Great match, teams.
Game over. Thank you for watching Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529. Goodbye.